take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did they splash? Did they drill? Yeah, yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed.
Tonight, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And this carries into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive.
And they'll be led out by their rookie quarterback, selected in the 4th round back in April from Florida International. It's James Morgan.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down. Morgan sets up to throw on first down. He'll find Bryant, his tight end. It's complete.
Morgan's pass.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Morgan's
pass.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And
that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time.
Leading them out, their quarterback in his 7th season in the NFL, it's Derek Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
33, Aaron Jones, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 16 carries, 70 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, he could very well be on his way to a rushing title, but guess what? His offensive line, they're meeting separately because they want that rushing title as much as he does, and they want to make sure they get him there.
On 2nd and 9, Carr, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
From the gun, it's Carr.
That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Carr. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Carr sacked.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And the Buccaneer defense for the 2nd straight play, flexing its muscle by forcing a loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
With an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Morgan. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Maurice Hurst in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away.
Here's Hardman to return.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, Carr. He sets up the screen to Jones. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously, he is well short of the 1st. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. from the gun, it's Morgan. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. That catch good for only a couple.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The rushing numbers for Fournette from last week, 15 carries, 56 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on him. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Now left side on the swing pass. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
No score.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Aaron Jones, the ball.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
On the tackle. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Jimmy Smith, the one who
this defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing from the gun is Morgan. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Fight, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Here comes the Saints punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Hardman on the return.
44-yard punt, return of 9.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
2nd and 11 now.
Now Carr. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Defense.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw with Carr. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. But that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Maurice Hurst on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
from the gun. Morgan.
The 36-yard line.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Leonard Fournette. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. The Saints on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half.
7 yards.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
37-yard line.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll drop this underneath for Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. The kick by Lambo is good.
The kick in.
And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead.
It's the score, Buccaneers 3, Saints nothing.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
And set to kick off.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the 2nd half gets underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. They're looking to bounce back following the loss to the Giants last week. And they do lead here right now, and they've got the football obviously as well. 1st and 10. shotgun now for Carr. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And Robinson with a big catch.
That's good.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Aaron Jones.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Carr going to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Carr. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Dean Lowry in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
At their own 20.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
Now, he'd like to stay upright. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Daniil Hunter. Derek Carr's sack.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Operating from the gun, Morgan. Green's got it over the middle. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And 4 at the 43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. From the gun, Carr got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down. This is Jones. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Carr, and finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the Saints 20.
Throwing again on 2nd down, Carr, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Saints nothing.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And it's 3rd.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Morgan to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Maurice Hurst, his second sack of the night.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Morgan. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But now it's third down. Throwing now is Morgan. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
Brings up fourth down.
Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. That one good for 12 yards, and that'll make it a second down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense, and they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. The Bucs on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A 41-yard punt there with no return.
At their own 24-yard line.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position, a touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side of the ledger on the scoreboard, you're a little bit discouraged. But when they look over and see their opponents, they don't see a number that's way out there. They don't see a number they can't attain. In fact, they can get it right here on this drive and potentially
can't get away, and he's taken down. Malik Harrison brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Morgan. And caught right side. Green. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
5-yard pickup on the play.
And then from the gun, Morgan. Connection made with Chenault. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On the return.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The left side completion to Jones. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great box. Heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
The Bucks on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 7. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out come the Bucks now. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th-quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr, he'll find Lamb. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Now Carr again. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
To the sideline and incomplete. He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr, he sets up the screen to Jones. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10.
Again, it's Carr. A dump underneath to Jones. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. A shotgun give to Fournette. And some room to roam now. The 40, 30, 10, touchdown, New Orleans.
Leonard Fournette, the ball carrier.
Leonard Fournette, 77 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since it really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Now a throw here, hauled in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. 7 yards, the pickup there. Carr signaling to his guys, let's go here. Able to shake him off, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Carr going to go on fourth down. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Tonight's a great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference.